Hey guys, and welcome back to IAmBeautifulHustlerTV. Today I'll be showing you how I installed this flawless glueless wig. So if you are enjoying the way this wig is looking, then go ahead and stay tuned to this video and watch this full tutorial.
Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to wail.
So today's video is sponsored by WestKiss Hair, but before we even get to talk about the hair, let's just talk about what's inside this box once you open it up. So of course, for starters, you will have your wig, you will have your WestKiss bag that you can put your hair in once you're finished with it. You have elastic band, a brown stocking cap, some mink lashes, and you also have a card to show you, well, to tell you how to keep up with your hair and everything like that. But let's get into this wig. Now this is a 20-inch curly wig. I will have all the details to this hair listed down below in the description box, so make sure you go ahead and check that out. And just right off the bat, this wig was really soft. It is a 13x4 lace frontal wig, and what that means is I can part my hair anywhere in the front. It kind of mimics the style of a frontal in bundles. The hairline was pre-plucked. The hair was extremely soft, so I'm going to go ahead and bleach my knots and begin to install my lace. Now today's install will be glueless, of course. I went ahead and attached that elastic band in the inside of my wig. I bleached my knots, did a little bit more plucking, and I already applied my foundation color. Usually as far as the stocking cap, I usually like to use just like my skin tone, because it's just so much easier versus me having to use a nude one and do the whole foundation method thing. So for starters, I'm going to go ahead and put my wig on my head, and the elastic band does give it like a tighter hold as far as the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and place my wig where I want it to be, and then I'm going to start off by centering, parting my hair down the center. And as you can see, I actually pulled that wig back because it was a little folded, and this wig is very stretchy, and it does have the combs in the back, so I just slid the comb right underneath my braids. Now for the install method, it will be another glueless install, and I will be using the Got To Be spray and the Nairobi's mousse for today to pretty much achieve this look. Now for starters, I am going to go ahead and begin to apply that Got To Be spray underneath my lace and underneath the lace, only because I did not want to do the other method that I did and spray it on top, because I want baby hairs in this video and I don't want the hair to be hard or anything like that, which prevents me from doing the baby hair. So I'm gonna go ahead and just continue to take that Got To Be spray and spray it, especially like in around my temple areas, like where I have my little dips in my hairline, is my main focus of where I want to apply that that Got To Be spray, and on the ends there, because with everything else as far as the top, the mousse can really much, pretty much do the rest of the work. So you want to go ahead and continue to blow dry that down, and once I get that blow dried down and it's tacked down with that free spray, I'm going to go ahead and begin to cut off the extra lace from around my ears. Now you do want to go ahead and tack the corners first, that way you do not cut off too much off your sideburn area and you have a bit of a struggle as far as covering up where your real sideburns lay. So make sure you lay that sides down before cutting that extra lace off first. So now I'm just going to go ahead and repeat the same steps to the other side. I'm going to put that Got To Be spray underneath that lace and blow dry it in place on my low dips and the sideburn area, because as I mentioned before, that is my main focus to get tacked down, and the mousse can do the rest of this job for me. So once I have that corner tacked down as well, I will go ahead and cut off the extra lace around my ear on that side as well, and then proceed with the next step. So for this next step, I will be using the Nairobi's mousse and my elastic band, but I'm going to go ahead and just take that mousse using my comb and just comb that in all over my hairline, because the mousse method also gives the melting, the meltdown of the glueless lace a very, very nice natural look. So that's why I want to saturate the hairline with that foam mousse. Now this Nairobi's you should be able to get at a local beauty supply store. It was $12 for this bottle, but if you want to use something, you know, a little more affordable, you can, but this right here is like my go-to. So until I find something that's better, I will be working with this mousse for a very long time in my tutorials. But once you go ahead and get that hairline saturated with that mousse, just take your elastic band and tie down your hairline. Now a lot of people always wonder why I use the elastic band, because it is so much tighter, and it gives a more tighter like, you know, a tighter hold to give you a better meltdown effect. Like as you can see, my lace is looking melted already, and it's glueless. It is not glued at all. So this is what it, you know, this is what it should look like once you remove that band. And now I'm just going to go ahead and go in with my scissors and begin to cut off the extra lace. Now if you follow the steps correctly, then it should still be like, you know, like stuck down to your skin, and that way you can just go ahead and cut around your hairline without everything lifting completely up. Now it's not going to be stuck because once again it is glueless, but you just want to give off the illusion that it is stuck all the way down. And then I'm just going to go in a little bit with some more freeze spray, and that's just to tack it down. Now you can do this step or you don't have to, but for me, I like a little bit of a firmer hold, so I'm just going to take just a little bit of that got to be spray and using my finger to push that that freeze spray into my scalp and my hairline. That way it looks super melted. Now when you are cutting off that extra lace, do go ahead and cut in a zigzag motion. You do not want to cut straight across, because if you do, it will look more like a tape line versus a natural hairline. So now that I have went ahead and, you know, cut off that lace, and I'm just tacking down any little corners that seem to bother me or that has lifted. And I'm just going to, like I said, once again, use my fingers, push that down into the hairline, and I'm going to blow dry that. And I do blow dry everything on warm, because I actually broke my blow dryer to where it can't go to any other settings. So everything I do as far as blow drying is on warm and hot. Now what I'm doing here is actually sectioning off the pieces for where I will be placing my baby hairs. Now this is a little method that I taught myself. A lot of people have an issue on where to place their baby hairs, as far as, you know, for every style is different. You kind of, you know, you got to kind of look and see where you want them to go, or if you could get a picture idea of how you want them placed, then just follow that picture idea or guideline. So what I like to do is just part off like little tiny triangles, and I do it a little bit from my center, right where my swoops are, and then of course my sideburn area. And I'm going to repeat that step to the same side and just cut those hairs down to about 1 inch or less. And then I'm going to go back in with the Nairobi's mousse and begin to swoop up my baby hairs. Now I will be showing you a little more details on how to do baby hairs, but I will actually do a dedicated tutorial for you guys, for those of you who are not so good at it. But I will be showing you how I created them in this video as well, so hopefully you can catch on a little bit. But if not, I still have that detailed video coming soon. So just take that mousse and go ahead and spread it all across the front of that hairline. And I'm going to use my edge brush to go ahead and swoop and brush and smooth out those hairs. When creating baby hairs, the motion is pretty much all in your comb and in your fingers. You just want to make sure that you are creating like little C's in your head, and use your finger and your comb to smooth it out at the same time. And if you feel like your baby hair is getting too dry too fast, just go ahead and apply more mousse to help you swoop and you know, just smoothen it out until you feel like it is perfect for you. Everybody likes their baby hairs different, so just do what works for you, what's best for you, and that's all that matters. So now that I completed one side of my baby hairs, I'm just going to go ahead and repeat the same steps with the other side. Now, as far as trying to get your baby hairs to be identical on the left and right side, just kind of use, like, you know, you gotta just use your eyesight. Like, just try to mimic it to look similar to the other side as much as possible. It may not be perfect, but as long as it's close enough and it's not like a big major difference, then everything should be fine. So for this side, it was a little bit easier for me. But, you know, once you get those baby hairs shaped and smooth how you want it, just go ahead and apply some wrap to your hairline, and you want to allow that to dry completely. So shape your baby hairs, tie it down, and let them dry. So as your hairline is drying, I'm just going to go ahead and go in with some more mousse and water on the ends of this hair, and I'm just going to brush it in. I did want the top to be like kind of smooth on down. I didn't want the big puffy look, so I did apply mousse to tone and mold that hair down. That way it is not like big and fluffy. And I'm going to add water to the ends of this hair and just brush through it, you know, very briefly, because it really didn't take much. Like I said, this hair is really soft. It wasn't no tangling or anything like that. So I'm just going to smooth everything out, take that brush through it, and that should pretty much be it while I'm waiting for this hairline to dry. And this is what my hair was looking like once I have removed that hair tie from my hair. It is super melted, super laid, super slayed, like so soft looking. I love how my baby hairs came out. I'm just going to take that edge brush and just smooth everything on out, like just smooth it out, comb it out, so that it is not hard or anything like that. But I am very satisfied with my end results. Now, I mentioned to you guys before, if you ever wanted to clean up like your part, whether this is side part or middle part, you can just follow this next step to get that clean finishing look, and that requires me to use this black spray. Now I am going to rest the black spray in I'm going to rest the tail comb in the center, and I'm going to lightly spray that black spray in the middle, and it's just to clean up the part. Be careful once you get to the front, because you don't want to get no black spray on the edge lace part. And I'm just going to take some concealer in my skin tone, and I'm just going to put it on a brush and rub it down the center of my part. That way my part looks a little more, you know, clean and open. And that is just pretty much the finishing touch. And I am very satisfied with my hair. I'm loving it. But you guys, let me know what you think about this hair and about this tutorial. I will drop a video of how the back of my hair looks as well. And after I did my tutorial, I said, hey, let me go ahead and do my makeup. So I just did like a little light beat, and you can see it here with the finishing results. And these are also the mink lashes that this company gave me that I am wearing in this part here. But thank you guys for tuning in to I Am Beautiful Hustler TV, and stay tuned to more tutorials. Thank you.